on my mind, money on my mind, money on my mind. So money is all I think of. Money on my mind, 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 money on my mind. So money is all I think of.
What up, Doe?
Oh yeah, this is my shit. Hey, P every single day. Hey,
It never fails. It never fails. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Like looking like a star, bitch. When you see me make a wish.
Holla at your fucking bro.
JD. Had to switch it up.
Hey, why did you switch it up though? Why is that?
That's why I had to switch it up. Holla at your mother boy JD.
Yeah. We got
Jaden Davis in the building.
Shout out to JD. We got JD in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? JD, go ahead and introduce yourself. You know, tell them who you are, what you do, where you from.
What's up, y'all? I'm JD. My name's Jaden Davis. From Long Beach, California. I play football.
Ooh. You played that ball.
You play football.
Yeah. I play football.
It gave me a little last chance you vibes.
Yeah, I
play football.
Where you play football at, man?
Play LBCC right now.
Shout out to Long Beach CC.
You already know that's Long Beach City. Viking Ganger hang. Out there.
Shout out to JD, the special guest on tonight's episode 89 specifically of Sports Talk with Market DP, featuring who?
Coach Fern.
You goddamn right.
Yeah. We here. It's Wednesday. We thankful. I got gum in my mouth. I just realized that.
Damn, smacking all in their ear. Like,
I'm like, damn.
Hey, it's the holiday weekend.
It is.
What's good?
Merry Xmas. Merry Xmas. Merry Christmas.
Married to whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what?
Happy Kwanzaa coming up.
I never started this, so I'm gonna start it.
Go ahead, man.
P. Let's tell JD what we about to do. We do weekly check-ins. Yeah, so we're not gonna put you on the spot. We gonna let you go last.
We're gonna let you see the example. You know what I'm saying?
But basically, we always gonna talk about how our week's been. You know what's good. We don't talk about the bad here. You can, but we look at the positive.
Because you could tell us how the bad shaped out into the better. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Talk about your adversity that you may have faced throughout the week. But yeah, go ahead, Fire.
Now go ahead. You gonna start with you?
Okay, so me first. Okay.
Yeah.
We here. It's Wednesday. You know, midpoint of the week. This week been moving pretty fast, man. It's been moving pretty fast. It's been a good week though. Not gonna lie. Returning back to like my part-time job this week, I did miss the kids. I did. I missed the kids a little bit, man.
I think it's always that like, you know, you miss them for like a few days and then you come back and you're like,
no, I'm saying like for my job. So like the kid, my you know, I work at a lockdown facility for adolescents, and you know, the unit I've been working on, I've been on that unit for at least a year at this point. So, and majority of the boys on the unit have been there since I worked there. So, not being at that job for 3 weeks, you know, because like I said in previous episode, back at the new job, you know, full time. You know, it's been good. It was good this week to interact with those dudes, and a couple of them about to discharge, get back out here in the world, man.
Hey,
you know,
shout out to them.
Blessings on blessings. So yeah, man, it's been a good week.
That's what's up. My week's been pretty good. I had a great weekend. Jay was in town, so chilled the hell out.
Shout out to her for this, man.
Look at that.
Go Blue, man.
Go Blue. Got this. Added a piece of artwork to the collection at the house.
Yeah.
Life's gravy. One more work day and then 4 days off for Christmas, and then bring on next week. But right now, we here today. I'm alive. Everybody here's alive. We healthy. Thank God.
Blessings.
My family's alive and healthy. And yeah, I have no complaints.
There we go.
Me.
JD, go ahead. We're gonna let Fern go last.
All right, go ahead, JD.
My week, I just been grinding, really playing football. Like I said, I finished school with all A's. So
nice. Shout out.
I was pretty happy about that. Yeah. Just been working out, like trying to get more offers.
Yeah. And you to that point, we gonna touch on that a little bit more in depth later on throughout the show. But hey, shout out to the All A's, man. Y'all hit, and this is somebody that, like he said, he's currently, finishing up junior college, and we'll talk about the different adversities that come with that as well. But the fact that he was able to knock out his sophomore year with straight A's is amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. Kudos to that. And as y'all can hear, like, I mean, it can be done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As a student athlete, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Fern? What's the word?
Man, who said it was a quick week? It was you?
Yeah.
Man, you ain't lying.
Dude,
it's been fast.
It's been
I don't know.
it's
Low key,
and I don't know if it's because I'm off. We off for the 2 weeks. But it's been zooming like.
Oh, you off for 2 weeks?
Yeah. So the way I looked at it, I was like, so we had the show tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, I have a Laker game tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then it's like another week's gonna go by.
Another week.
New Year's. But it's been a solid week. Been like y'all said, just chilling. He said just grinding.
Yeah.
Even though we're not working, we still working on something.
Factuals.
You
should be.
We cooking.
You should be.
2022 gonna be a big year. So
it should never be a day where you leave your 9 to 5 and you do not work on your passion.
For sure.
It should never be a day. And there's gonna be days where that don't happen.
Yeah, you could get burnt out,
of
but
course,
you can't don't go like consecutive days.
Right. You cannot.
It's called balance.
Yeah, you cannot consistently fall off. You know what I'm saying? Or do you? I mean, you can, but because life happens. You know what I'm saying? But always find that way to shake back and bounce back.
Ow. All right, let's get into it.
So look,
what's up?
So I kind of got a little creative, man, because just a little transparency.
Yeah,
I noticed that when we do interviews, we kind of we get so in depth into the conversation that we kind of miss the meat of what we want to talk about. So I'm like, okay, how can I tweak this? So I was like, this is what we gonna do.
All right.
So since we got JD here, we gonna get real deep with him in terms of his perspective on football, junior college, all those things that we've been really talking about for the last couple of weeks.
It feels like the past month and a half.
Literally, yeah. It's been a minute.
It's been very college heavy the last month.
It's been a lot going on.
Since Lincoln Riley made his decision. Yeah.
So but before we get to that, we gonna huddle up, you know what I'm saying? Before the game starts, you always get in your huddle, you get everything together. It might be a little rah-rah. A little strategy conversation. So we're gonna huddle up and we're gonna touch on these quick few points, kind of gain everybody's perspective on these different little scenarios that's taking place in sports.
You need a timer, or are we just gonna go straight?
No timer.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
right off the hip. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go at it. So first and foremost, and I'm sure you guys have been seeing, throughout the NBA and the NFL, COVID's been going rampant.
Yep. And the NFL, shit.
I said that.
Yeah. I thought you said NBA.
I said NBA, NFL.
I heard NHL.
Hey, NHL.
I heard NBA and NHL. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I heard the
NHL might cancel their shit.
Yeah,
they're off of work from today through
Christmas. For a minute. Yeah,
it's today. They stopped as of today, and they're off through Christmas, and then they open up facilities on Sunday.
And they said that the NHL will not, or hockey will not be participating in the Olympics.
Yeah, none of them could go for the Winter Olympics in February.
But because of that, in the NBA and the NFL, we've been seeing a lot of guys that have been out of the leagues, each league, get the opportunity to come back. Mm-hmm. More recently, Joe Johnson,
ISO Joe,
got the opportunity to return to the team that drafted him 20 years ago, who is the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
So we see that him at age 40, he gets this 10-day contract, due to, of course, like I said, what's going on with COVID and everything like that.
They're getting short on players.
What is his impact going to be in this 10-day with the Celtics? And will he be re-signed after the initial 10-day?
I don't think his impact is going to be that deep. In 10 days, which doesn't give you 10 games.
That's correct. That's like 3 games.
It might be 3-4 games at most.
4 at the max. Maybe 5, depending on travel wise. But
yeah,
I don't think his impact is going to be that great, just because you have to get integrated into a system. And this is also a team with a brand new head coach this year.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be
who I was gonna say probably played against him at some point.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ime
Ime
Udoka.
There we go.
There you go.
All I know is that he would knee alone. That's all I know.
Blessings.
Mm.
Go ahead, Fern. What you think?
I think I saw Joe give you one game. You know, one game.
He playing tonight.
That's what I'm saying. But one game where he balled out. You saw
Yeah.
IT balled out his first game with the Lakers.
Led the Lakers in points that night.
So I'm thinking, you know, he give you one. You know, you might be lucky to get another 10-day contract. Remember,
Yeah.
That's how Jeremy Lin blew
Facts.
up.
He
One 10-day contract, went
and
to
they finally signed him.
and then he finally signed him. Yeah, so
I don't think ISO Joe lasts through the entire season.
hey, JD a baller, sign JD, man. Over here looking for 40-year-olds.
Jaden, what you think? You been tapped into the NBA? What's your thoughts on? But you know who Joe Johnson is?
You know who ISO
shit.
Joe is?
Wait.
Show me a picture. I don't.
He used to play for the Hawks when the Hawks was like,
When they was
alright.
In Phoenix. In Phoenix is when he
No,
bought out.
okay. That's too young for him. That's why I was like Hawks was like 2008,
Yeah, that was more recently.
2009.
No, the Nets. Most recently with
The
the Nets,
Nets,
I think.
Yeah.
But 2007, 2008, like he was probably like elementary schools watching some NBA.
So this is Joe Johnson right
old.
here.
Well, damn, he went to the Phoenix Suns. I was like, damn, I barely remember him.
But what he did in Phoenix is how he got the contract in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah.
That's
true.
how that happened. Because remember, in 2010, when Joe became a free agent that year, the same year LeBron did, and when LeBron went to Miami, Joe went to Atlanta and got that big ass deal.
Did he go to Atlanta or did he go to Brooklyn?
Fair enough.
No, he got
But he
traded
is,
to Brooklyn.
okay.
I mean, he a little
He went to-
older though.
he went
He's
to
40,
Atlanta
so it's like
Because he
you
was
know
the
what
first
I'm saying?
one of that free agent class to get signed.
They gave him a
'Cause he signed
contract, a
first.
10-day.
and then
and I
Amari
think-
signed
I
with
think
New
he
York
started
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
LeBron
He started
signed
tonight,
last.
Yeah.
because that was
Yeah,
that big
he's-
ass man.
Big ass
Was
dude.
he hard?
And I
Back
said
then?
Phoenix, you
He was
talking about that's
cold.
too
He was
far
a guy.
back.
Yeah, he
Dog,
was
you know how
cold.
old I
He
feel
was
now?
cold.
Shit.
He for sure should get a chance.
Now he's ISO Joe.
Yeah, I agree.
Like what? 2 years
But
ago
it's
he
like,
was.
after 10 days. What if they don't like? What if they're like?
That's it.
So
Like,
basically,
what if he balls out 2 games and then the rest of the 2 games he don't do it?
It's up to the team, or
They can give him one more 10-day
or-
contract. I
or
think.
they can sign. They can do another one, or they can sign him as a two-way player to the G League.
Imagine being 40 years old in the G League.
Dog, Deshaun. Lance Stevenson's in the G League right now.
but
Still.
what's crazy
But
though?
he's not 40
Wasn't
yet.
Clay in the G League?
Yeah, but he was just doing
trying
it
to
for like
But
rehab.
that's also rehab
Yeah.
assignment. That's rehab assignment.
I just
Yeah.
heard he was in the G League.
was dope though. Joe Johnson don't even look 40. Like he's still him and you know who Jamal Crawford is? Yeah, him and Jamal Crawford kind of fall into the same conversation in terms of really being like hoopers. Like these cats always stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? They forever hooping.
And they're shooters,
I
which is
bet
why they
you-
can play forever.
I bet
Yeah.
you Jason Tatum has him a Joe Johnson jersey from when he was like 2.
He might. He
'Cause
really
you know
might.
Jason Tatum was like what, 23, 24?
Yeah, on everything. So it's dope. You know, hopefully Jamal Crawford go ahead and get him an opportunity too. Lance Stevenson, he got offered a 10-day, like we said, with the Hawks. You know, I think his impact may be a little greater than Joe Johnson. I mean,
Yeah.
he is younger, you know what I'm saying?
Like what, 33?
You know,
32?
I think he like might be 30.
30?
Yeah, he might at most be 30.
Mr.
No.
Blow, Mr. Blowing Ears.
No, he's either 33 or 34. Because I know coming out of when I was being in high school, I remember he was like a grade or 2 above me.
And you played against him?
I didn't play against him, but
This guy. He's 31. He's
There you go.
31. He yeah. Oh, he from Brooklyn too. That's
what year did he come out of high school? 08 or 09 or 07?
he graduated high school 09.
09? Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. He was a year below me.
Hey, you know, P was hyped for the IT. Is IT still on the Lakers?
Yes, he
Is the 10 day still? Is the 10 day
He
up?
certainly is.
So he'll play tomorrow?
He's gonna play tomorrow.
Understand me.
Man, I saw the foulest thing on Twitter earlier today talking about the Lakers are 0-2 since IT has signed. I'm like, what?
The Lakers were
They
stinking
were-
it up before IT.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
do not blame him at all.
do not blame him for none of that. Like, they was already cheeks.
Little
like,
IT.
and I love the Lakers. That's my squad. But
Blame AD.
yeah,
Hey, people gonna blame it on anybody.
listen.
Blame it on
We gonna stop the whole show. We gonna just
wow. Like, and then you know, kind of shifting gears to keeping the huddle going. Tom kind of, you know, blew it with the Saints. I mean,
man, blew it.
Before we switch to football, talk about guys who have a chance to come back this year. Hell, Kyrie came back.
He did. Dude, they brought him back part time, which was originally
and then he went into protocol the same day.
Yeah,
and then
he went into protocol the same day.
Well, so initially, your thought is like, damn, like he got COVID.
Because when you bring somebody in, that doesn't mean you have COVID. That just means you need to clear. Like you just need to test negative X amount of days in a row, and then you can go.
But that's why I was like, how the same day he came back, y'all gonna put him in protocol?
Because they use the word protocol too loosely, and they don't define that. What that actually means is you either have a symptom or you're asymptomatic with it, and you just need to make sure that you're clear, or you are being brought in off the street technically, and you just have to like essentially sit in a hotel room for a couple of days, and then go, all right, you safe.
Yeah.
Shout out Draco.
Shout out. Draco the Ruler.
Dang, man.
Rest in peace, man.
Another one.
Rest in peace.
Man,
real,
another
Rest in
one.
peace. Dog, like
I
was asked, was I gonna go to that this week? And I'm like, nope.
I wanted to go to that.
I thought about it like at the beginning of the year, then I forgot about it.
When I was looking at it, the tickets was already sold out though.
Oh,
Stuff
for sure.
I ain't never been to Rolling Loud. Yeah, I've never been.
Rolling Loud?
Yeah, I've never been to Rolling Loud.
Man, those lineups be sick. Nah, I never been because
I thought you been there.
not Rolling. I've been to Coachella because Rolling Loud the lineups are cool, but there's so many people that I'm like, who the hell am I gonna go see?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about? I know this ain't sports related. We've gone off topic before.
Go ahead.
We'll get back to your questions. How do y'all feel about music festivals? And just as far as like, it's a bunch of people, crowded as hell. It's a bunch of stages. Like, it's so many things to do that you just go. I really came here to see like 2 people.
I feel like if you came there for 2 people, you probably ain't going to no festival.
Yeah, that. Or you got to be willing to like explore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at this stage and see what's popping over here.
Yeah.
And you got to know how to maneuver your way. Like, bro, I'll be going through the crowds, not giving a fuck. Like, hey, you gonna get out my way?
And then like my
Y'all move
awareness,
your ass.
I just be on 10. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always just locked in, like, to what's going on around me. I enjoy music festivals though. Like,
I feel
sure.
JD, you been to a couple festivals? Nah.
It's an experience.
It's
I say enjoy it.
I mean,
Enjoy it before it gets old to you. Because my first one I ever went to was out here. I went to Tyler's festival. I went to the Flog.
Oh, Flognoff?
The last year he had it was in 2019. I went to that. I
got a few starter kits, like tips if you need some when you go. Bro, first year I went to Coachella, I got pickpocketed, pissed. And ever since then, my bag I carry got a lock on it. Try me if you want. I'm turning around with a sucker punch. Bitch, get out my bag. Cause I seen people get pickpocketed. I seen it all. You know those people who come out with like 40 phones?
Yeah.
Nah.
40 phones?
You never seen that?
It goes crazy.
I don't go to these things.
Nah, you don't hear about it? Like people come out with like, the guy came out with like 200 phones out of like Coachella one year. I'm like, bro.
Dude, that's why I had like, I think I might have worn like cargo shorts. Like I got pockets. Like,
yeah.
So I can touch everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not playing.
He
Like
wasn't going for the music. He was going to steal shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
bro,
you went on a mission?
I'm like, bro, you spent $400 on a ticket to go rob people? Like,
that's crazy to me.
To get phones if he saw.
I mean, that's
the bag. He done came up.
I say a brand new iPhone that over GE show you got 200 things.
But it's crazy.
How is he gonna get into all of them?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless he, a hacker.
Or take the SIM out.
But even
Hey, you can't be talking about that on here.
We was about to go in the whole conversation.
Whatever you do not incriminate yourself on here, please.
But all right, back to it. So we had Tom Brady playing against the Saints. The Buckies got shut out, man. Like for the first time, Tom Brady did not score a touchdown.
I think it's Sean Payton's his kryptonite.
Man,
They're 1-4.
And Sean wasn't even there physically.
Yeah, they're 1-4 since Tom Brady joined the Saints or the Bucs.
The Bucs, yeah, and I just feel like the Saints play that much harder, of course, when they face. Because I mean, Taysom Hill didn't play; he played average. Like
it was 9-0.
Yeah, he literally. I mean,
that's a shitty game.
He did what he's supposed to do, not lose. Like. You know what I'm saying? And then, Tom going off the mouth as he does, you know what I'm saying? He is that go up to one of the Saints coaches talking big shit, you know what I mean? And it wasn't really publicized in the way that you would see someone of not gonna say lesser stature, but of darker complexion. you know, you know,
All right.
you know, and that's what I noticed in the media this week. You know, after that game is that because I mean, I watched the game, I didn't see Tom. I saw him talking shit as he usually does, but I didn't see him say shit to the coaches. But I feel like, of course, yes, had that been a lot of other people, a lot of other players, it might have been highlighted a lot more, you know, than it being Tom Brady, whom, I mean, shit, he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Brady gets the pass.
So you think it was like a Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson?
Oh, Cam would have got fried.
Yeah,
the
Cam
media would
got
have
lit
fried
up.
his ass.
Well, yeah, because let's just put.
And if he would have done that, and if Cam would have done that on a game that he lost, it'd have been over the next day.
If he'd done on the game that he won, he'd have got fried.
Just because it's Cam Newton.
Yeah, because it's Cam Newton.
Cam Newton got a spotlight on him right now.
100%. Now let that have been like
Matthew Stafford.
Larry. No, not Larry Fitz. Let it have been like
Justin Fields.
No,
I had to say
him too for being a rookie.
What's his name? You said the Vikings quarterback,
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Oh, they might. I don't know, because Kirk don't really say much. They might have let the Kirk slide. Like, damn, I guess he got some dog in him. Like,
if Kirk would have did it and they caught the audio and it would have sounded funny, it'd have became a joke.
True.
Because like, remember,
how they be doing Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, or like the one time when Kirk was with Washington, he was like, "You like that?" Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It became a joke.
You like that?
What about if Dak said something?
Dak say shit.
If Dak said something,
it'd have been out of character.
It would have been like a meme. They'd have talked about it on SportsCenter for sure. I think it would have got a little bit more publicity.
What about Aaron Rodgers?
You know what?
Well, shit, A-Rod, they be on A-Rod head low key.
But
Fuck it.
If Prescott would have did it
on everything,
if Prescott would have did it, the narrative would have been, how does Dak talking shit to a coach motivate the team? How does it motivate the Cowboys? Because everybody wants to see the Cowboys do something, so they would have used that to go like, did he motivate his team? Did he do this?
It's America's team.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Cowboys. You know, Cowboy fan.
Oh shit! He's like, chill out.
I mean, welcome to a sports show where everybody talks shit.
Yeah, he's a Lions fan. Look at him.
I am not.
Oh,
I am not.
Hey, Mark, talk everything.
Mark be swearing,
everything
down,
Detroit. 313. He over here. I'm not a Detroit fan.
I'm not.
He go for the Pistons. He go for.
Oh yeah, he from Detroit.
Go
You're
Blue.
not a Detroit fan?
I'm not a Lions fan. No, I used to work for them. What's up?
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Was that a humble brag? He trying to stun on me real quick? Like, all right, cool, man.
Calm down, Coach G. What's the next topic?
Last one on the list, man. In the huddle, we got. I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but Iman Shumpert was actually on Bootleg Cavs podcast recently.
Shout out.
And ain't no free shout out. Ain't no free
shout
out.
Fuck that.
Don't know him.
Get on the podcast.
Yeah, pull up. Yeah, you the ops today?
Yeah, you the ops.
Goddamn. But Iman went on there.
I listened in the afternoon. What up?
I actually listened to this episode. That was my first time listening to his podcast.
I didn't know he had one until I saw this.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I didn't know he had something outside of the radio.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But Iman went on there and, he's been interviewed, so he's talking about his his championships with Cleveland. And Iman basically
championship
with Cleveland. Iman basically was like he said LeBron basically it's because of LeBron that the loyalty in the NBA was compromised.
It wasn't KD. I heard about that.
Yeah. And if you listen to the full context of that conversation,
can we pull that clip up?
You want to?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Let's see if we can find that one.
All right, keep talking, P.
It makes sense because if you think about it, if you find it on YouTube, go to like 18 minutes.
What is it? What was the interview?
Bootleg Cavs.
This one?
No, just type in. Just use the first one.
Oh,
that's listed. Yeah, use that. It's gonna come up. See right there. Play the first clip.
No free shout outs.
No free shout out. Are these guys crazy?
Are you stupid?
No.
And I think he had a good point in what he said, being that he said basically his perception of the NBA, he liked that there was loyalty there because you would see guys play their whole careers with certain teams.
Mhm.
But once LeBron did this, things changed.
No, he didn't. It wasn't KD. It was Bron first going to Miami. Bron knows he ruined basketball.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think that was?
He
I always
for
look
sure
at the
does.
Bron ruined basketball.
So you think
He thought he was making it better. I get him.
So you think LeBron ruined it for everything?
He ruined the disrespect. Me personally, I love the NBA for the loyalty that I thought was there. He basically knocked the fourth wall down. Like, man, the owners ain't shit. They bullshitting. We doing what we want. Great business move for sure. But when you think about it outside looking in, like, I got people tweeting me right now. They like literally talking about owners and trades. It's like, bro, y'all not supposed to be talking about none of this. Actually, y'all really supposed to be going super crazy. If you're a businessman and you sitting outside looking in, you like, damn, the fans are supposed to be worried about the games. They're supposed to be talking shit like they used to be.
They're afraid somebody gonna get traded.
He's wrong.
Go ahead. What's your point? Tell us.
You know why LeBron didn't ruin it? LeBron didn't go to a 73-win team. LeBron went to a team that he formed a team there, but KD went to a team that had Steph, Clay, Draymond, Iguodala, and he just added himself in there and won
basically
a chip.
A team that didn't even need him.
They won 73 games without you. They just got beat in the finals in Game 7.
Facts.
Or Game 6, whatever the freak it was.
I agree with him that it wasn't KD. I also disagree with him that LeBron didn't ruin the NBA either.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, no, go ahead. You turn back on. I don't. LeBron go to Miami. I don't think him going to Miami ruined basketball because he did what any free agent had the opportunity to do. If you are a free agent, you are a free agent. You can go wherever somebody offers you the best bag or the best team option, whatever, the best situation for you as a player and an individual.
But
it's what has ruined shit was the way that he did it. Because instead of it being like, he takes some meetings, he picks a team, okay, does the traditional press conference.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. It became a hour-long ESPN special, and then when they got to Miami, they had a whole pep rally for it. Like it became theater. It became a production versus just business as usual. Had LeBron went to Miami on some just regular normal shit, I don't think this conversation exists in the same manner that it does now.
I think it does because I think it wasn't necessary. Sure, people were mad at how he did it. I agree with that. They definitely it was an uproar. They was pissed. But and I know you watched it when him and his boys was sitting down and they was talking. I forget, it was on ESPN Plus.
Oh yeah. More than an athlete. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. They did more than an athlete, and they talked about that specific moment and what their motives were behind doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, groundbreaking. First ones to do it in that way. The donations, all of that, the fundraising, all that. But I think it was the motive behind him choosing to go to Miami, in which some believe he ruined basketball. I think I don't want to say he ruined it to the extent of, who wants to be on the team? Who wants to be somewhere they don't want to be? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the end of the day, like you said, free agency is free agency. Yeah. But I do feel that had his motive been different, had it not been like to form, the goal was to form a super team. Had it not been that, had he gone somewhere just off the strength of like, I guess what they were offering, location, you know what I'm saying, all these other things, then nobody would be tripping. But the fact that you went to one, D-Wade had already had one ring at the time.
He did.
Chris Bosh was literally in the midst of his prime, you know what I'm saying, still aging, but still in the midst of his prime. And he bring LeBron, who was still probably at the time maybe 23 years old.
He was like 25.
He was that old?
Yeah, he was 25.
But
was he?
Was he?
Mm-hmm. He went to Miami 25.
And even then, like, he's still shit. He was in his prime. You put all three of them together, you know what I'm saying? They were bound to win championships, and they knew this. So I think that the motive behind it is what, may have altered future situations such as KD. But I think when KD did that, oh man, the league was off that year. The league for sure was
yeah.
off.
But the evolution of the business of basketball had gotten to a point where something like this was bound to happen.
Yeah,
because prior to that, you had other super teams that weren't called super teams, but drafting was way more important. Free agency was less important, and also it wasn't as big of a deal.
Facts.
And guys, they did stay in a place longer because there was more incentive to stay where the hell you were.
Facts.
Compared to when that shift was occurring, and then you have your biggest superstar, which I think if anything ruins basketball, it's that the biggest player or one of the top 3 biggest players at the time. So you had him, Kobe, and whoever the third was.
Mm-hmm.
One of your top 2 players, marquee players, makes a change like that when the other one has been somewhere for as long as Kobe had already been with the Lakers.
Right.
And it was bound to happen, and somebody had to be the one to do it. It just happened to be him. Compared to, hell, if we go back late 90s, early 2000s when Scottie left Houston to go play in Portland with Stoudemire, Sheed, Brian Grant. I mean, that was technically a super team in the West to compete against San Antonio, to compete against an up-and-coming LA team, which they never got over that hurdle. But because we saw what Shaq and Kobe did for 4 years straight.
The 2 best to ever do it.
Shout out.
Exactly. So,
I mean, hey.
JD, your thoughts?
Iman said what he said.
My thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have done it. I'm gonna keep it real because, like, what Coach Frank said, he was like, he didn't come to a good team already. So I would have, like, how when you guys, well, Coach and Coach B came to Milliken, we were 1-9.
Yeah.
And then we switched it over, and then after they did their part, they want to go to a different program and help a different program. So basically, in a way, that's what LeBron is doing in my eyes. But he's just because it's the Lakers, all-time Lakers, whatever, they make it a bigger deal than what it is. Because, like, say if he would have went to a different team, like a team that no one really like
talked about
a lot, would it be the same scenario?
Right. Say he went to like say he went to the Pistons.
Yeah.
Jeez, Mark would be geeked.
We all would have been geeked.
Like he went to the Pistons.
Not I.
It's like that's like a real rebuild, like a real rebuild. You know, granted the Lakers were a rebuild
When you got here,
100%.
Sure.
The Lakers were a rebuild, and you know, like you said, he for sure got there. He did what he did in Cleveland, got them a ring, and shit, he got on. You know, to fulfill what he ultimately wanted to do, which is to be here. You know, once Kobe went ahead, retired, sure. Come on, ushering right in. So,
if the money right, like, what would you guys do?
I'm getting on.
Hey,
Out of here.
I'm going, buddy.
sayonara.
And I get to play with like one of my best friends. Like that'd be great. Like I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. Now, you know, we'll go ahead and shift gears. You know, we're gonna get into the meat and bones of the show, and you know, turn it over to JD, man. So you talked to us briefly in your intro. You play football, currently go to Long Beach City College, finishing up your junior college career academically with straight A's. So, you know, talk to us. Let's go back. Let's talk about that senior year at Milliken, and you know, you ultimately deciding to go to junior college route. So kind of speak on, you know, what transpired, you know, throughout your senior year, you know, and then you was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to JUCO route.
So basically, it was my junior year. I got an offer to the Idaho Vandals. So I was pretty like hyped about that. So I was like, okay, I'm really lean towards the school. And then I was just being patient. Like if I get one D1, more are gonna come. So then, like, I got 2 more offers. I got one from Chadron State, and then I got offered from ACU. So I had 3 options, but obviously you're going to take the D1.
And each of them, all 3 different levels. You had a D1, a D2, and an NAI offer.
So I was deciding, like, okay, I'm going to go to Idaho. And then going to my senior year, I was still talking to the coach, you know, every week. He'd check up on me, check up on him, ask me my grades and stuff. Oh, send me your senior year film. And then right when I was about to go on a visit, all the whole coaching staff got fired.
Ooh.
Wow.
So when that
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, tough.
So when
That does happen.
So when that happened, basically I already knew my offer was going to get pulled if the coaches didn't like me. So I was texting the coach and he said, "Oh, I'm not even there no more."
So he didn't even let you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was kind of like a janky situation. Like
Sheesh.
I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, the whole defensive side coaching staff got fired." And then I was just like, "Oh, all right." And then when he said that in my head, I was like, I could still get another offer. I could still get another offer before I leave college. Leave high school.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, I was balling out, semi-film out.
What position?
I played safety and receiver in
That's what's
high
up.
school. Now I play safety, but so I did that, and then
He's being humble. Safety, receiver, return specialist,
What you
So
need?
he's an athlete.
linebacker, rover. He did it all.
Okay.
What you need?
He's being humble.
So then I went to I decided I was like, because my dad he went the JUCO route, so he already knew like if you just stay down and keep your mental right and just grind like harder than you ever grinded before, you'll make it out. So I was like, all right. So he let me decide where I wanted to go to JUCO. So I decided to go to Elko, and I played, but I didn't play a lot because they had a dude that played there before. He was already there a year before, so they liked him a lot. And then they had another dude, Logan Taylor. He bounced back from Southern Utah.
Go Gauchos.
And
He went to Narbonne.
He went to Bond. He's a guy. So, so I played, but I didn't play as much as I wanted to. And then that kind of messed my mental up because I'm like, I'm not a bum. Like I was playing everything in high school. Like I got film. Like I tied the record for picks at Milliken. Like I was like, I'm not a bum. So it kind of brought me down. And then I was like, at the same time, I don't even really I was just playing football to play at that little time in my life. And I was like, I don't like, this isn't fun. Like I'll just stop playing. And then I was like, called Coach P, and he remembers that conversation. Called him, we talked about it, talked to my dad about it, and parents, everybody, just like, what should I do? And then I was like, I want to go to City. So I transferred to City, and that was one of the best decisions in my life, really. So then playing at City, was grinding. Coach Lacey saw that I was I separated from the other safeties. I wasn't just like a guy at Elko, just like, oh, I'm just there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm playing, but I'm just there. Like,
so did you feel like when you were at Elko, did you kind of feel more like a number, like you were there for depth, as opposed to you actually having the opportunity to play?
Yeah, basically, because he's like, I was on every special teams,
right?
So I was like, oh, in the back of my head, I'm like, does he want me to play safety or does he want me to play special teams? But no disrespect on special teams because people get
drafted. A check off special teams.
People get drafted. People get offered from special teams. So me, I was like, if I'm gonna be playing, I might as well go crazy on special teams. So I had most of my plays on my first JUCO highlight tape was all punts, like punt returns, like just stuff like that.
Right.
Trying just making plays, and then some I had a couple good. I had like 5 tackles just playing safety, even though that's not like crazy good amount. It's just like,
and then even kind of let's kind of backtrack just a little bit. Being that you played both sides of the ball in high school, I mean throughout your entire high school career, and I feel, and personally, being that we got to your junior year, seeing you play your junior and senior year, seeing the impact you made offensively and defensively, was it difficult for you to make the decision to choose which side of the ball you want to play at when it came to taking the next step to the next level?
Nah, I already knew that defense is where it's at.
Nice.
Like to me, I think getting an interception and scoring is way more impressive than just catching the ball and scoring. I think coming downhill, running the alley, making a wrapped up tackle is better than running and putting your foot in the ground and going a different way. It's just like my perspective is like, yeah, I don't like to get hit. Like I'm gonna keep it a band. I don't like to get hit, but I like to hit people.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't really hard. I was like, and then my junior year, I was like, damn, I had 8 picks, and then my senior year, I was like 4 picks or 5, and so I was like, I want to play defense, and then like being on offense helped me play defense even better because I'm already knowing like, okay, they're in spread. All right, we can get so many routes out of spread. Let me just read it this way. It's right. So I think it was easier for me just to process defensive plays than process offensive plays. So that's why I decided to play defense.
No. And going from Alco where you started to LBCC where you're at, one of the topics we've talked about in the last couple of weeks is at the D1 level, the transfer portal. Yeah. And so for you being an athlete that has done that transferring, what were things that went into your decision trying to figure out what was the next spot that was going to be best for you? Was it coaching staff? Was it academics?
Dang, we had the same question. That was good shit, Mark. I was eventually be like, why LBCC?
Right. You got to take people behind the curtain with somebody who's doing the thing that
no, that's what I'm saying.
About.
I was like, that was my question too. Shit.
Personally, academics is not a big deal for me. I like it's not nothing crazy. Like if you just go to class, study a little bit, do your work, you'll pass with a C if you do the bare minimum.
Correct.
Like if you go to class and you get an F, you either not going to class or you just going to class and you're not paying attention, you're just on your phone or something. So academics was never an issue for me. Mainly it was the coaches. I didn't feel like I was loved there. I didn't feel like I was a part of like a family because football is family. Like LBCC, like they go. Like when I first talked to Coach Peabody, I already felt connected. Like this is family. This is where I want to be now. I don't want to go to like Fullerton or somewhere. Plus, it's close to my house, so it was a plus. And then all the DBs that were there got out. Okay. One went to San Jose. One went to UTEP. One went to one of the top 2 D2s in the country. So it's like, all right, open slate. It's free play. Yeah. So going there just was like, I don't know. It just felt like as soon as I stepped on campus, I was like, damn, this feels like I'm playing football again. I enjoy it.
Right. Were there any other schools you were considering outside of LBCC as well?
No. Okay. I was strictly
it was a no-brainer.
LBCC, yeah. It was just like LBCC only. But back to what you said, the transfer portal, it's really messing it up for the seniors and the JUCO guys. In a way, 100%.
I agree.
Because you're getting all these like Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12 people that are just like, oh, I have one more year eligibility. Let me go play somewhere else. So they're like, are you going to take a dude that's been in Power 5 conference, or are you going to take a JUCO guy?
Somebody who's still in a sense has to gain that experience as opposed to somebody that's already been in it.
Already been playing the full game speed, because JUCO is not as fast as a Power 5 school or Mount West or Blue Sky. So it's like they look. So I think it's hurting us, but at the same time, if a coach wants you, he gonna get you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think the difference, because I mean, yes, the transfer portal has definitely impacted recruiting as a whole, like you said, between high schoolers coming out and JUCO guys as well. But I do think that the where junior college athletes have the upper hand over high schoolers is that junior college, when you recruiting junior college, it's really kind of all year long. You know what I'm saying? You have from what was it, a week or so ago when the actual signing day was? Yeah, you have then you have June. Another one in February, but then you got literally all the way up till August, like right before camp start, where junior college kids could get an opportunity. Sure, you get in there August 1st, you're a little behind the 8 ball, but at the end of the day, you somebody going into a situation where you got 2-3 years. I mean, you pick up on, the playbook, whatever the case being, you might have the opportunity to really get some important playing time. You know what I'm saying? So I think, it's real tricky, and it definitely impacts junior college guys in the sense that you have to even be more patient, because now it's like, with the transfer portal, I might have 2-3 offers already on the table, by the time I get to signing day, right? And we'll say it's, it might be a FCS school, a couple D2s, So then it's like, damn, I'm playing with these 3 offers, but you got the transfer portal in which last week we seeing crazy numbers in the transfer portal go up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for somebody like you sitting in your shoes, how many offers you got right now?
Got 2.
Who currently has 2 offers, it's like, damn, let me just sit back and see how things transpire.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be people leaving left and right, people getting signed, you know what I mean? And, we'll say by February, March,
Yeah. Because
we talk again, you might have 5 offers. You might have 6. It all kind of varies.
Spring ball coming up, in the next couple
Injuries.
months. Injuries.
Yeah.
And, somebody go down in March.
Great.
And they're down
Grades.
yeah. And then those gray shirts that are coming in too.
So, you know what? The hot question. How was Coach Peabody?
Coming from a former player.
Yeah, because I played for Peabody. He was cool, but I think it was different for me because I didn't have the experience. He went Elko. I went straight
to LBCC.
I went hot shot I was a man in high school, so I thought I got to LBCC thinking I don't gotta do shit,
Yeah.
Miss practice here and there. It's all cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Peabody was on my ass every day, like fucking had me rolling and shit. We butted heads, but now we have a cool relationship. We
Right.
cool. And I think as a coach, it made me realize that. And like he said, he came in there hungry because at Elko, he wasn't getting all the reps.
Correct.
So how was playing for Coach Peabody and the staff at Long Beach?
It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Coach Peabody, he's like, to me, he was like laid back in a way. Like laid back, but if you did something wrong, he's on you.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's like, I like head coaches like that, where they just like let their position coach. And then if he has to chime in or step in, he'll do that. So like for us, Coach Lacey, he would coach us. Him and Coach Peabody have been coaching together since 2013. So they have a good.
They know each other. Yeah,
they got a good relationship. So he would just let Coach Lacey do his thing, and then like if he saw something that he didn't like, or he would step in and say something to Lacey, and then Lacey would talk to one of us. But to me, it was just he was pretty cool. Like I didn't ever butt heads with him. I always walk in the office like, play golf today, and he's like, nah, or like, yeah, I shot this. So like me and him have a good relationship, and like that really, like I said, when I shook his hand, I was like, damn, this is really family. Like at the end of the day, he doesn't care about how long you play football. He cares about that degree coming home, like that paper coming home.
Facts.
So you could have a career, you could be set for life.
100%. What would you say? Not only you having 2 different junior college experiences, what would you say for maybe a high school senior coming out right now in terms of the pros and cons of going to junior college? What are some things? Because I mean, like you said, you had a couple offers, right out of high school, but you ultimately decided to go the JUCO route.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody coming out of high school who's considering junior college, or maybe, in no disrespect, maybe that that D3 or NAI offer, what I'm saying, that they have?
I would say go try it out first. Go experience like a college, like a real 4-year college, and then if you don't like it, then bounce back.
As opposed to going straight there.
Because if I would have went, let's say if I would have went to Chadron State for 4 months, because
a full semester,
and I didn't like it, I could have came back here with a little bit of film from there, or if no film, I could.
And that most experience, some sort of other experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, for the experience wise, I would say go do that. But to play JUCO, you got to be a dog. So it's like either you're gonna battle it, because there's so much adversity in JUCO. Like they're trying to help you, but there's so many roads and stuff you got to cross. Like it just. You got to be different. Your head has to be different. Because not everyone makes it in JUCO. It might be your last ride in JUCO.
For sure.
No, for real.
Especially we talked about last time, especially in like California JUCO. Yeah. Because you got to worry about work. If you work, housing. Some people, if you're coming out of state, you don't have you can't live with parents, family.
You might not know nobody.
Yeah, and it's expensive out here. Yeah. You got people living in cars, like.
you might, excuse me, it might be a 2-bedroom apartment with like
You in there.
6 to 10 of y'all in there. You know what I'm saying? Splitting rent, splitting food. You know what I mean? And the situation could get crazy, but I mean, nonetheless, it's all humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Towards what what's to come. You know what I mean? And like you said, in your particular situation, you're able to be closer to home. You had your head on right. Know and have met your pops, so I know that he wasn't about to have you fall off, him nor your mom. So now being that you're in this position where you're waiting for your moment to go ahead and pick and choose where you decide to go. What is it that you most kind of focus on during this kind of waiting period? Because I know, I mean, like we said, this could, at the furthest extent, go up into the summer.
Yeah.
What are you most focused on at this point right now?
Mostly I'm focused on just staying apart because you can get a call any moment, and if you're not working out and stuff, and you go and it's like
Kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah, like, are you done? Are you really trying to do that? So like I just been focusing on school. Like I said, I got to do 2 classes in the winter, and then I'll get my AA.
Yeah.
So I just been really focused on school, and then like I said, just working out. Because if I get this call, but like if I get a call tomorrow, or if I get a call after New Year's, and they're like, "Oh, like, are you looking to play spring ball right now?"
Because spring ball gonna start in
Spring ball starts technically at the end of February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I just bullshit the
These
winter
next 2
and
months,
I don't
yeah.
pass these classes, I'm gonna be stuck till the summer. But I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying,
right.
worst case scenario, you can get more looks from spring ball.
Correct.
Because all the coaches are coming back, and like you guys said, injuries, grades, like people in the transfer portal, they could be like, all right, this guy's ready right now. Let me get this guy right here. I want this guy. Let's go. Like, let's get it right now. Let's go play it. So it's like, I just been trying to stay focused, just not letting anything distract me. Like, I just been staying focused.
And what things are you looking for at the next program, at the next level, as that is, the next step for you? What things are you looking for in a program that's, looking at you, but you're also looking at them?
Right.
So, like, I really look into the academic part at the next program.
What would you want to major in?
Right now, I'm getting my A in communications, and then when I go there, I'm either going to continue that, or I want to do something that involves in like dentistry or
Got you.
So like just stuff like that. So when I'm still 3 for 2. So because COVID year,
Right.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So it didn't even matter.
I get that whole like school year back. Because I didn't play football, so my clock didn't start back up until this last fall. So I'm still 3 for 2.
And so with that in mind as well, so say you were to go, say you took a D2 offer, would that give you an extra year? Would you still have, or you would still just have your 3 to play?
No, I would still be 3 for 2.
Okay.
So 3 years to finish to play 2.
Got you.
So yeah, but what I look for is academics, and then I look for their recent stats, like how they do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do a little bit of researches on the coaches and stuff, or like if I'll ask like some of my coaches, did any former players go there? Like, how did they like it? Because at this point, if I go somewhere commit, I can't leave really.
You ain't.
Right.
I'm in. Like, there ain't no turning back now. I can't play JUCO no more.
You got right away.
Does location matter?
No.
Middle of nowhere. We going.
That's the best situation.
Yeah,
Hey, P, we flying out there for one game.
If that's
I'm there, like.
Yeah, like for example, Lake Erie, they only have like 1,200 students, but like I don't care about that. I care about getting my degree.
And
that's right.
What's crazy is I think their coach, he ain't been there too long.
Nah, he coached at Poly 2019.
The DB coach or the head coach?
The DB coach.
Yeah.
The line. I forget. Coach Dalton. He's the one that offered me, but
okay.
He coached at Poly, and then He just got there like last year, I think.
Yeah, because I want to say, I ain't gonna lie, I applied for a position there a couple of years ago for sure.
What's
Dead
it,
ass,
Lake
Lake
Erie?
Erie. Yeah, dead ass.
Anquan Bolton's brother is coach there.
Oh, for real?
He's a coach there, or he is. I don't know. He told me, but I'd be forgetting.
Lake Erie.
Nah,
That,
yeah.
that D2, right?
Yeah, they D2.
Yeah.
That's right. They moved it to the GLIAC after I left.
Man, what was I gonna say? Okay, and so just hearing you speak, your perspective from senior year Jaden to this Jaden is two different people. So it's like, so in knowing and have seen that, do you care much? So what matters more to you? Similar question to what Mark just said. What matters more to you? Opportunity or the status of the school? Because I know for me, when I was looking to transfer, both the times I transferred, my biggest thing wasn't necessarily opportunity for me, because at the time, my perspective was a little different, in the way I was doing my research wasn't very accurate. But I know when I speak to y'all, lately, or other guys that I've coached, it's for you to be aware of the roster as well. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, is it more opportunity for you, or is it more so the program?
I mean, it's like both in a way, because I obviously want to play football and play. I don't want to be
Correct.
on the bench. So when coaches usually recruit JUCOs, they're looking for a guy to come in and contribute right away. So I would rather opportunity, obviously, because I want to go experience college. I want to go be like on my own and see how it is being an adult, like away from my family and stuff. So
Right.
Opportunity and, like you said, like to play.
Yeah.
So it's both. It's both.
Because the one thing, and I had this conversation not too long ago. The biggest thing for me, with the perspective I have now, the biggest thing for me as a player, like if I was leaving high school or leaving junior college to go to a program, would be, is this a school that's going to have my jersey and my picture up by the time my career is over? That's the way I see it. Like, they got my major, check. I could live here. I could, it's a solid environment, check. Now, can I leave my legacy here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And am I supported by all these other factors, coaching, administration, all these other things, to where I can be successful? Because I think where a lot of kids get lost is that they, because, for example, my dream school is USC. But I promise you, if I was a kid leaving to go to school right now, I'm not going to SC personally.
Because you want to play.
Because I want to play, and I want to play as soon as I can. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So if you get, like in JD shoes, if you have one of the top D2 schools in the nation offering you, but you have this low D1 school, but you might not get a lot of playing time, but the D2's offering you, come in, fight for opportunity right away.
Yeah,
might start. I'm going D2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D2
because I'm gonna play.
And then if I'm honest, just from my own experience, my money might be greater at the D2
for sure.
D1. You know what I'm saying? Just in the sense of, so from my personal experience, my full tuition was not paid for until completely paid for until the year I graduated. Meaning, for those that may not know, my scholarship was percentage based. Mm-hmm. So, my freshman year, whatever percentage that was, sophomore year, but it increased year after year because, as we all know, colleges 9 times out of 10, their tuition goes up annually.
Yep.
It may not be a significant amount, but it is a percentage that it increases year after year. So by the time you're done, Lord willing, if not before, your tuition gonna be paid for, hands down. Of course, the bigger schools, that's already gonna be handled.
Yeah.
But in my situation, going D2, by the time I was a senior, the year I graduated, at that point, I'm taking loans out just to live. That was literally it. My tuition was cool. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But but it was like, you just when all those things come to play, it's all a matter of fit. But like I say, like you want to make sure you're in a situation where they talking about you for years to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be, you know, different schools, of course. I mean, keep it a stack. I mean, coaches sell the dream.
Oh man,
They
Oh,
sell
yeah.
the dream. You know
For
what I'm saying?
sure.
You know, this they
Work that mouthpiece.
yeah, they work the mouthpiece.
What
You
they
know what I'm
there to
saying?
do.
But it's a handful of them that you'll be able to pick out that's actually genuine people. You know what I'm saying? Who you can have genuine conversations with, and they actually want you to be successful as an individual. So you'll be able to spot them out as well. So it's just a matter of, okay, I have these offers. This is my spread. Where can I? What's best for me? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of status, stature, whatever the case may be, what's the best situation for me overall? So I think that's, you know, and like I said, that I feel that that's your perspective at this point. You know what I'm saying? Being you've gone through what you've gone through from high school to junior college to getting to this point now to where, you know, thankfully we actually got the opportunity to watch you play this past year.
Oh yeah.
Had your first interception in that game. You was out there making some big plays, and it's just seeing, you know, seeing how you transition and grown into the space you in now. It's like it's gonna happen, and you have the right head on your shoulders and the right mindset to choose the right situation for yourself.
And I think we even talked about that watching him play his first game.
Facts.
It was versus Riverside.
Riverside, yeah.
Watching it because we sat in the stands and I was laughing because I was like, I started coaching JD when he was a freshman.
Yeah.
And I was like you said earlier, I always thought of him as the offensive player.
Facts.
With the rock in his hand, he was cold with it. But even as a freshman, I don't even think he played defense, but he played like corner?
I played linebacker.
Yeah, he played linebacker. Yeah, he played linebacker. So it was seeing him go from his freshman year, sophomore, where he was more offensive use.
Yeah.
Junior year, you came in, he was more defense. Well, he played defense and offense.
Yeah.
Senior year, he just balled out.
He was like
everywhere.
Yeah.
And then going to see him play in junior college, I'm like, this is crazy because it's crazy how you could go from, you know, freshman year, wide receiver mainly, linebacker starting though, and then you now look at it like what 6 years later.
6 years.
Damn,
flying, boy.
I'm old.
Time be flying, boy.
No, is it 6?
Too.
Yeah, he played right. He did it all.
He did
Freshman year.
Yeah, he did it all.
Because I remember when I first met you, you was like, my name is Jaden Davis. I played safety and receiver. And then you said you had your tape out or whatever. So of course, I mean, I just got to the school. I'm about to watch it. So I'm like, dang, he doing everything, like offensively, scoring, all type of stuff. So, you know, to see you, you know, fully tapped into playing defense and being in the secondary and being an impact player there. I mean, any school that you decide to go to, they getting a great player regardless. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have the opportunity to do great things. So it's just dope for you to be able to really even just kind of like see it from a bird's eye view, everything that you're doing, and it all come to fruition. Because your goal has always been to play at the college level. You know, you taking it step by step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say he has the best celebration in Milliken history. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the Aquinas game where you remember the Aquinas game.
It goes
back to the sophomore year where you know, former coach at Milliken was sitting. He always sits in the back of the end zone, Dave Radford.
Yeah,
but he had passed away his senior year.
Right,
but his sophomore year, Jaden went to go shake his hand. So his senior year, he went to the same spot he shook his hand at and like pointed up to the sky. I'm like, that's a cold celebration. That's a cold celebration.
I ain't gonna lie, my code is what I see him do, and this is my favorite play. We was playing against Gar, and they tried to go for it on 4th down.
Oh yeah,
bro, and he came down,
fake little punt.
Hit dude on the sideline, got up, you know, turned up a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. Those 2 years we were at Milliken, you would have swore we were modern day.
What?
Because the sideline was lit, crowd was lit. You would have swore we was on something.
It was lit. Like walking out there, it looked like you looking at 10,000 people.
Yeah, he like fuck. Line all the way out the parking lot. Like, damn, who's playing? Bosco modern day? No, motherfucker, Milliken playing.
Wow.
You gotta come and watch this.
That shit was lit, man. So if you could choose, I gotta ask you this: if you could choose, who would you love to get an offer from right now, and you'll say yes right now?
I don't even know. I don't think about it like that, but I'd want to go to Big Sky or Mount West because I know I have a better chance of playing. Because it sucks to say, size really
Size matters. Size matters.
Size matters.
Yeah, size matters.
So it's like
And you a box, and are they categorizing you as a box safety?
as a rover.
Yeah. So like
I can play at the top and I can come down.
yeah.
So like, I don't even know. Really, I would really want to go to a Texas school,
Nice.
like a nice like a D1 Texas school, like
UTEP,
Texas
UTSA.
State.
yeah, Texas State. They're
My boy played D line. My boy we had on the show. He the D line coach at Texas State.
yeah.
That's right. Yes, right.
Dang.
I'll go
Houston.
Corey.
TSU. Oh, Drake.
Come on.
TSU.
I want to
Come
go to
on,
like
my boy.
not like no Power 5 Texas school because
Like-
them boys different, but like
Like a G5, so like Houston.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Houston.
Let's say
Yeah,
UTEP, UTSA.
UTSA, Incarnate Word.
because they
Over there
play a
in
lot
San-
of rover. They have a
Yeah.
lot of those teams over there. They play like
It's like
rover,
it's a
old school real football.
Yeah.
Schematically, they
Yeah.
still stuck in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of schools in the Mountain West use rovers too, but they like to instead of bringing in a true box like roll down safety, they're just starting to put in nickels.
yeah. That's what I was about to say.
A lot of
You like a big
nickels.
nickel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know, to be honest. I'd go to like San Diego State. I'd go to
They just played,
Idaho-
they just played the bowl
Idaho
game last
State.
night.
Yeah,
like
they did. They was playing against UTSA.
Yeah.
schools
I
I know
caught
where
some
I'm going and play right away. I'd go.
Yeah.
right now. Like if
Okay.
Southern Utah offered me, I'll go. Arizona offered me because Arizona's on a rebuild.
Facts. So they
They
need
got
you.
they got dudes. They got like don't get me wrong. It's Pac-12. They got dudes, but
Right.
they're on a rebuild.
And you will be a part of the foundation.
Yeah, and
Correct.
they've been offering a lot of people lately.
Really?
You
And also
and
Col-
Bobo.
Colorado State. they
Colorado
offered,
State.
like 43 people. or
Shout out
something
to Savage. That's where he at.
Oh,
recently. Yeah, that's
Chad.
what Lamp was telling us.
Yeah,
today, that
Chad
he
Savage.
He talked to
Solid dude.
He talked to him about me and Dijon.
Yeah, he's solid. Chad is solid. I met him at the coaching convention last year, and we've been tapped in since. You know, he's because I kept it a stack with him. You know, in his coaching profession, shit, people get Hollywood just like anybody else that's leveling up. They get Hollywood, and I told him, I was like, I appreciate you responding for real. He was like, yeah, it ain't never gonna be no love lost. Like it's always gonna be the same.
Remember where you came from.
Yeah, for real.
Facts.
For real.
That goes a long way.
You heard that, Mark? Don't get Hollywood on us now. I'm just kidding.
Like, what am I doing?
But nah, that's big, man. For somebody gonna listen to this, and somebody gonna look up your tape. So what we gonna we gotta put his huddle in the show notes for this episode. We
All
gotta
right,
put his
Send it to
highlight tape in the show notes for
Shit,
this.
we're gonna put it on the Instagram.
Put it,
Swipe up.
Yeah, swipe up, throw it on there. You
Swipe
know what I'm
up to see
saying?
this.
So we gonna do our part. Make sure you get some extra eyes on you, whatever the case may be. But it's gonna be everything that transpires within these next few months is gonna be major blessings, and it's gonna be well earned and well deserved.
Yep. Just staying patient.
Let's give him a hand clap of praise. For
Oh,
one
well,
time, for one
put
time.
that shit up.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Factual.
Yeah, you did.
Real factual.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Understand me.
You understand me?
Understand me.
You understand
We
me?
got some rapid fire questions coming up.
Hey, yeah. I think I got some off the top. Hey, you know what? When I put in the chat earlier, that's a real ass one. Me and my family had some debate about that one.
So how did the debate go though? Like so
look,
Cue the music.
All right. So the question is, Travis Kelce or Gronkowski, who's had a better career?
or who's had a better career?
Or who would you? Yeah, even right now, because my brother was even saying Travis Kelce's had 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
you're comparing somebody in the prime of their career compared to somebody
in their
who's-
prime, they're the same age. Gronk came out 2 years before him because
they're the same year.
yeah, Gronk came out 2 years before him because Gronk didn't play all 4 years, but they're the same age.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either. Till today, I thought Gronk was a little older.
I didn't really start hearing about Travis Kelce
Until Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, until 2 years ago.
Damn.
That's
See,
what I'm saying.
And the way I told my brother, I'm like, how do you put 97 touchdowns in a career, 9,000 yards? Gronk's a better blocker than Kelce is,
Yeah.
and Gronk has 4 chips.
But if Gronk didn't have Brady,
Facts.
Would he be that?
But
Would he be
Kelsey
that
didn't have
guy?
Mahomes because you didn't hear about
But
Kelsey.
Now I'm gonna be real. Kelsey. Granted, Kelsey still was doing his thing with Alex Smith,
He's different.
but the volume and the production was not the same. Because we gotta understand, Alex Smith was not known as somebody to push the ball downfield. Alex Smith is a dink and dunk, play safe, win the game type of guy.
Yeah, he's a game manager.
Yeah, he's a game manager. He's a point guard. He's a point guard.
Facilitate.
As opposed to Pat Mahomes, he is
D-ball.
going to throw the D ball.
But to your point, like I told my brother, yeah, so Kelsey has those 1,000-yard seasons because Kelsey plays in a air raid offense. They want to throw the ball.
That part.
But Gronk played when Brady was in that time, they were trying to smash mouth football, run the
They
ball,
running the ride.
2 tight
Dink and
ends,
dunk.
and he had Aaron Hernandez on the other side.
Aaron
RIP.
Hernandez was really the guy, though.
Yeah, and
He
that
was
my
the
next,
number one.
He
That's
was
my
the
next
number one
question.
Oh yeah, he was the number
That's
one.
my next question. Would Aaron Hernandez, if he didn't, if he was still
He went out
around,
here killing folks.
yeah, if he wasn't killing folks, would he have been a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
But who would the Patriots have kept both of them? Because they paid both of them one time. But
They'd
would
have
they
kept him, bro.
I
Yeah,
think,
they
bro, they
kept
was
them.
unstoppable with 2 of
It
them.
was unstoppable.
They
Because
would've kept both of them.
in the way they use a flex Aaron Hernandez and put him at wideout so frequently, bro, Aaron Hernandez athletically was on a different level.
And they want Jonnu Smith to be that so much.
And Jonnu Smith has
He could be that because he could run the rock too.
Jonnu Smith is extremely talented. But personally, I don't think that Josh McDaniels is using him correctly.
Oh, no, I don't think so either.
Because you're forcing it.
He got Hunter Henry.
Yeah, you got Hunter Henry who you're using as your prototypical tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Like Gronk from
yeah, you using
4 or
he
5
boxing
years ago.
out, you know what I'm saying? Throwing him the curls, the out routes, and you using Jonnu Smith, you trying to give him reverses, handoffs when you don't gotta force him the ball like that.
Factual.
Like you just put him in natural situations, create plays to put him in space, create mismatches to where now, boom, you get Jonnu Smith the ball.
They trying to use him like Debo.
Yes, they try.
Debo.
Yeah, and he not even that. Like he
Shout out
not.
Debo.
He not fast like that. Debo different. Like
Debo different.
Debo really different on everything he is. Like
Hey, damn, I had another one. I forgot it. Damn, blew it. Hey, the NFL season's kind of crazy. I looked at the rankings earlier.
oh, fun fact:
Fun fact.
Washington football team coach had the first black female position coach on their staff last night.
What was she coach?
Jennifer King
Running
was
backs,
coaching
I
the
think.
running backs.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
I have a neighbor named
Dead
Jennifer
ass
King.
coaching the running backs.
That's the running back coach.
Yes,
I have a
Last
neighbor
night.
named Jennifer
She
King.
like
Shout
that?
out.
she liked that. She liked that, man.
Yeah.
She did that. She did her thing.
That's respect.
Hey,
So I wonder, like I wonder if they let her rotate the backs, or
I'm sure
somebody else was rotating the backs.
would you let Coach Vic rotate the backs? You were the running back coach when he had the title.
Facts.
And he coached DBs.
I coached DBs, and I was rotating the backs. Like, nah, dog. I wouldn't have let.
No, I think she do. I think in the
she
NFL,
think so?
there's a different respect up there.
Yeah,
like
that's
in
real.
high school, we was like, all right, you
Like,
got
nah,
this position
bruh.
just because there's someone else to do.
Literally,
Take 'em.
yeah, we just put you in a spot.
Yeah, you don't want to know who Coach
Exactly.
Vic is.
Exactly. That
Not
that
the same-
question exactly.
You're not the same Coach Vic you're thinking about. It's a different Coach Vic.
Yeah, not Vic. That was with us at Milliken. A
Yeah,
different Vic.
not the Gomez.
Not the Gomez
He
family.
plays
Shout
rugby,
out to
doesn't
them.
he still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Cal
went
State.
to Long Beach
Crazy
State.
now,
Shout out to
right?
Gomez family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at
He
Cal
play-
State.
he goes there for 4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's hard.
balling.
He out there doing.
And he
his
balled out
thing.
at St. Anthony too.
He did. He
Yeah.
did. On football and rugby.
Hey, real quick before we hit this outro,
Yeah.
dark horse NFL. Who you got?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Wait, before you give your answer, that's not even the one.
This real fanboy of me, but
Oh, don't say the Raiders.
I'm realistic.
All right, go ahead.
The Eagles gonna sneak in.
But who, you think they're gonna? I'm talking about who you think gonna. I think they're gonna sneak in,
Yeah, they're gonna sneak in.
but they're gonna get hot and they're gonna do something in the playoffs.
They're not getting no Super Bowl.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
They get a wild card win and
They
they
get a
win,
wild card win.
but they
though.
win one.
Yeah. They win first round.
Hmm.
They get a wild card and they win first round. Dude, Jalen Hurts went off last night. He only had 6 incompletions, threw for over 300 yards.
Who did win last week?
The Washington football team.
That's right. Okay.
Top ranked defense in the NFL still, even without
Ooh.
the Washington football
Without
team.
Chase Young,
Yeah, without Chase Young, they still like top rank.
Weren't they like 6 and 7 or 6 and 5? Or
I think they 6.
Bro, everyone in the
I
league
think
right
they
now,
six-
besides
Everybody's kind of
I
like
think they
even.
six
yeah,
and
everyone's
five.
like 7-7,
6
6 and 8, 8 and 6. Everyone's like kind of up there.
So it's
Them
like
boys, though.
Oh, great.
the Cowboys. What they gonna do?
Probably choke.
Not gonna lie, my dark horse. The only reason I'm gonna say it, not because I'm a fan, but if the Chargers run into the Patriots first round, they're done. Because that Patriot, I don't know what Bill Belichick does to the Chargers. He always fucks them up. But if the Chargers don't run into the Patriots, they're going to
They
the next
gonna
round.
ride. Yeah, they
They're
gonna
gonna ride it out.
You think they're gonna choke? Oh, you think the Chargers would lose to the Patriots?
No, we'll beat the Patriots.
Did you not see the
That's what he's
game
saying.
here?
Well,
No, I said the Patriots are
No,
gonna
you said,
beat them.
oh, what? I heard that totally different.
No, that's what I said. Unless the
I heard him say the Patriot game.
No, I said if the Patriots win. I mean, if the Patriots and Chargers play, the Patriots are going to beat them because they always beat the Chargers no matter what. They always kill them.
And at the moment too, Chargers don't have home field throughout any of the playoffs, so they would have to go there.
They have to go to Foxborough.
Oh, they go to Foxborough. They gotta play outside.
Yeah, we beat them here already. We gonna beat them there.
But if y'all play,
It's hard to beat a team twice, though.
It's touche.
Hey, don't tell Paulie that they lost to Sarah 3 times in 1 year, boy.
Shout out to Sarah winning the championship.
Shout out to Sarah.
But I don't know. I think the Chargers will do. I think they're gonna
gonna get
do
hot?
something, bro, because they are doing good right now.
And to be real,
They got two really good receivers.
Yeah.
And Mike Williams, he popping off this year.
They got 3.
Mike Williams, Keenan Allen,
And
Guyton.
Guyton is dope.
And then they got a good back.
Guyton's dope.
Yeah,
And they've been healthy.
like Eckler's a guy.
Didn't
Yeah,
matter
he
when
for
we
sure
played
a
them.
guy.
and they got
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
I'm just
He's
kidding.
hurt.
Hey, shout out the Eckler family. Hey,
Are they coming through or
Hey,
what?
Daddy Eckler the dad of Eckler need to come through with the
Austin's pops needs to come
I don't
on,
know his
man.
name. It's like
Mr. Eckler.
Mr. Eckler come through with
Mr. Eckler.
you already FaceTimed us and everything.
Right.
He promised the new
You need to
facility.
go ahead and get the schematics.
We'll throw you the
numbers,
keys.
but-
Off topic question. What do y'all think about COVID?
Oh,
Man.
oh shit.
Oh, I want to ask you that. So, what did you
You know who his head coach is?
that boy Peabody. Yes, sir.
Peabody bout it, boy.
Yeah.
So how did
Every day I see
COVID
him post something, it makes me laugh.
about COVID? What he be
Yeah.
talking about?
He'd be like, y'all still believe this?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Bro, it's like,
Bro, if you want to get a laugh, just follow.
yeah, follow him.
on Twitter?
Nah,
on the
IG.
gram.
Oh, IG.
He'd be like, look at these clowns.
Yeah,
Like,
bro, he love that word clown.
yeah, like, look at these clowns. And I'd be like, and but he'd be just living his life, like doing
Yeah.
regular shit like, out there. I feel like he go to Orange County for everything.
Like he golfs all the time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Coaches.
You know.
That's funny on levels.
Bruh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how,
so what do you think about it?
yeah,
Well, I
how did
think about
COVID
it-
impact you
Yeah.
as a player?
Yeah.
Like,
Because I think it impacted people as a player. Because say they like for example, like I think it impacts because we got that whole year off, not going against nobody. Like just like you could do one-on-ones here and there, but
right.
you get that whole year off. People coming back fat. People like gaining weight. Like it's just like that year really messed people up, and especially in the head. People stop like again. When I called you, I was like, I might just start working.
Nah, you was on that too. I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy is tripping.
But like Zach Martin, shout out.
Shout out Zach.
He every day hit me like, let's work out, and I'm just like, bet. Like he made me just at least stay.
He kept you consistent.
Yeah, consistent to where when I came back, I wasn't just like, God damn.
Sloppy.
Yeah.
You had put on some weight.
Yeah.
You had put on some. You had fluctuated
kinda-
a little bit.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, we saw
was-
him at the game. We're like, that's JD.
I was drinking a lot, and then I stopped, and I lost like 15 pounds now. I was like 200, now I weigh like 185.
Is that the key?
186.
Yeah.
But
It usually is.
yeah,
it
that-
usually is.
that
Shout out to
COVID
that.
year,
Calories.
like, messed up everybody. A lot of people just stopped playing football, like good people. Like I know like multiple people that just stopped playing football.
Justin
just
Shout out Justin Bailey.
just to work.
Albert Fuller.
But yeah, like if that's what their mind desires, then that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
But if you really love a game of football, if you're like, all right, this is my only way out, I want to like accomplish something, then stick to it no matter what. don't just stop because something like that's adversity.
Yeah.
Right
That's
there.
another piece of adversity.
That's a
100%.
big one too. A big thing for JUCO pit players or just people in general. Like people
Facts.
after high school, like, oh, I'm about to go play JUCO. I'm about to ball out. I'm about to get out. Oh, COVID.
CGB can't go back.
Yep. How you deal with adversity?
COVID. Now, what am I gonna do? Just start working at McDonald's and shit. Like,
I'm getting money.
yeah.
Damn.
So it's like
Working every day.
it did affect a lot of people, but if you just stay down and do what you really love, like nothing can stop you.
Facts. Nothing can stop you 100%. That's it right there. If you don't, if it just like Nipsey said, I just didn't quit.
Yep.
And that's how
I
I
just
knew.
didn't quit.
I thought he was gonna get into like the whole like, are you a believer of COVID?
Oh,
Bro, no lie, no lie.
I actually do want to know what you guys think about that.
We don't give a fuck about it.
well, I had COVID.
Well, you guys have the vaccine.
We can
No,
talk
I
about
don't. No,
I do.
no, I don't got it.
You got it.
Listen,
He does not disclose that on
yeah,
there.
we'll disclose it off
He don't
air.
disclose that on there.
But listen, I got this funny text today from my cousin. Bro,
What he
literally
said?
had a birthday party at the crib, at my aunt's crib, and hit us with like, hey, I don't know if you guys saw the cases are back up. So I'm just asking if you guys all get tested before Christmas. I'm like, you had a whole ass party at your house. And she was like, it was like 10 people. I was like, she's like, better at my house than at a bar. And I was like, yeah, let's bring all these random ass people to my aunt's house where my aunt and uncle live, and let's give them a chance. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I'm like, you don't get out of here. I ain't getting tested for nobody. Like, fuck that.
Is wild, boy.
I'm like, you got me fucked up. So I was like, yeah, I'll get tested and psych.
So I had intentions of going to spend Thanksgiving with my family in Texas, but I ended up not going. You know what I'm saying? Stay home. So before I had ultimately decided, before I had decided for myself I wasn't gonna go. So then I want to say maybe a week or so after I made that decision, my uncle's talking to me. He's like, yeah, so were you still planning on going to Texas? I was like, I don't know yet. You know, I'm still on the fence. He was like, well, you got to show your vaccination if you want to go.
You're right, Unc.
I was like,
To
what?
him or to the airport?
So, well, no. So
You know the show that they
my cousin's dad was requiring you, like, if you want to like come spend Thanksgiving with them, you gotta show proof of vaccination.
What, Unc?
And so I was like, what? Like,
That's
what is
funny.
that? Like,
That's funny.
I mean, I get it, but I don't.
Omicron.
I was at my nana house one day. So
Mario.
my nana said, my nana basically, you can't go if you can't go in her house without a mask type shit. That's what she on. So I'm sitting there eating one day, you know, and my uncle was already talking shit to me. So I'm sitting there eating. He's like, you know, if you're unvaccinated, you gotta wear a mask in this house.
Like,
I
I'm
said,
eating.
I'm eating. He's like, I know. I'm just saying. I'm like, man, get out of here with that shit. Like, if you don't get out my face, dude.
Hey, you
like,
should have been like, so COVID taking a break while I'm eating. Like,
right.
bro, I don't
like,
get that. You know what? We'll talk about that off here.
Right, dude. Like,
So we can go that way, this way. How you want to do it? Yeah. So you don't know what this is. This is a shout outs. You can give your IG handle, your Twitter,
Tell them
where they
where
can find you.
Facts. What he said.
I got it. I've been here for like 2 months. I got it.
I don't even know my shit, but
We'll let you go last.
no, I go
Oh,
first.
okay.
Y'all can follow me on the gram at Jaden Davis. So it's JAYDNN1, then Davis with 2 S's. And then my Twitter is
cue the Jeopardy music.
it's just Jaden Davis 01. And
Nice.
that's about it. I don't really use social media like that. So, but y'all can follow me.
Follow up.
Check out
man.
them highlights.
Follow up. Watch his highlight tape. If you a coach, DM him. Check him out. Tell him you want him on your team. Offer him.
Oh, any shout outs real quick before you?
Yeah, you want
get off?
anybody you want to shout out? Any
Shout out to the fam, you know, for putting a roof over my head and feeding me every day.
factuals?
Nice.
And then Shout out to LBCC. You know we doing Vikings.
Viking gang or hang, baby. I told
shout
you.
out to Milliken.
For the longest,
Go Rams.
No, we're gonna shout them out.
I was about to say it too.
Fuck them.
It was about to come out.
Go Lancers now, baby. I got it under here too. I got the Lancer pie.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. Fuck
You
'em.
know what I'm saying? Straight up.
They disrespected us.
Hey, that
They
squad was
did.
different though, man. Shout out to that
Oh,
Milliken
yeah.
squad.
Shout out
What was that?
Class of
Youngins.
2018,
Yeah,
man.
2018.
To my
2018.
Yeah,
youngins.
shout out to my youngest, man. Shout out, big shout
I
out.
thought y'all was talking about the class there now.
Nah,
Shout out
fuck
to my
'em.
youngins.
Shout out to them too, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah, okay. I don't care how they did it on the field. But
Yeah, for
the
real.
thing that transpired before we even got on the field.
Wasn't they stomping out a jersey or something?
No, I don't even care about that.
I'm not studying the competitiveness behind
Nah,
it.
about that I don't
Yeah,
care. I'm talking
sure
about
that-
how the staff treated us when we was walking
but the
in.
staff, that's their campus staff, bro. Like,
Yeah, and we'll get
I'm
about
talking
that off
teachers
air.
and faculty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Tony's still over there. The Samoan cat with the pony.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
cool. He was
he was
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
cool.
cool.
you know, security was good. But
Most
it was,
security.
Are
You
you
know,
talking about the football staff?
Nah, we talking about like administrators,
Uh,
yeah,
they have new
PTSA,
ones there?
counselors.
I
How about the
wasn't
old
familiar
lady?
with their faces.
How about the she used to always wear the pink shirt under, like a blue jacket with a pink shirt. I forgot her name.
Where
Not
you
the
work in
lady-
office?
No, she used to work the gate right there.
Oh yeah. Oh
The black lady?
She's like my color.
I know who you're talking
yeah.
about.
She was like on the field. Nah,
Yeah.
this is like
yeah,
new
these are
folks.
some Randys.
Some of them knew us, some of them didn't. But fuck 'em.
Yeah,
Randy's.
They come into John Ford Stadium this year, and we gonna give them that work.
boy.
Just know
Never.
the red wave.
But shout out to Bobo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He signed his LOI.
Yup.
You know, who else was there? Lil 2-3.
Rose brother?
Coach Rose brother.
His name Darian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to him as well. Shout out to the other guys that was there when we was there. It's all love.
I love.
Find me on Twitter, D_Presley14. I'm always tweeting. Shout out to find me on IG, DPresley14. You know, send a shout. Support the show. Support all things positive, man.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Had to hit him with that posse.
For sure. What up, dude? I haven't talked to this Mike in a minute.
Yeah, sleepy
Hey,
ass.
Dude, it's been a long week.
Go ahead.
I have been Kevin Love today, and you know what? That's totally fine with me.
Kevin Love and the Big Three.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hey, you just got to know what day it is that you got to just play your role. And you know what? Today was my day.
Or your role. Go ahead. Tell them where they can find you, Mark.
Twitter, you already know what it is. It is the government name, Mark Keenan.
Derek Fisher at
Mark Edom.
What?
He tried to call, I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead. IG what?
IG is the same thing with the underscore at the front. The same, spelled the same way. MarkEINEN. What up?
What up,
Pow.
though?
Pow.
Was it no shout out?
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my friends. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
Dang.
Shout out.
You know, what is it? Twitter.
Jesus was black.
Facts. Twitter at Coach Fern _ Damn, that was unexpected. Why you gotta do it for when I was up? Hey,
Influence for
was
you.
it Instagram?
Yeah, IG.
I'm brand new here.
Coach
Instagram is at Coach Fern Training.
Boy.
You know, catch me and all my Lakewood youngins. He took the word from JD. My youngins
My youngest.
coming for that top spot.
My oops.
And then you didn't know Wednesdays also is locals only for the Long Beach Shredders. So
This one's for the
hey,
ladies.
this one's for the ladies. Not gonna lie, this one's called Dog Days. And I think this is the best one.
Yeah.
The best one so far. Coach Edom had me up at 3:30 in the morning, dog. Hope it's the best one. Fuck, I was tired. But that was it for me. Hey, appreciate you, JD, for tuning in with us.
Yeah,
checking
appreciate
in.
you pulling up, man.
Appreciate you.
You know,
Thank
giving
you,
us
thank
sharing your background and your experiences. Definitely was something that others can gain value from as well. That's in your position, and even for the younger guys as well.
Yep.
Hey, we say when we get out here, peace, love, blessings, and what else? We
Are
out of here.
skirt. Bye.